Hello, my name is Alexis, and today we are talking about the base. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my super Longwear foundation routine. This is a routine that I do, it's a newer routine that I do when I need my makeup to go on and stay on. I need this to stay on my face. So this is great for special occasions. This is great for oily skin. It's really great for all skin types, but it's great for oily skin. It's great for if it's hot and humid outside. Girl, I feel you. I'm in New York. It's gonna be like 100 the next few days. I'm hot just thinking about it. So if you're hot and humid climates, basically anytime where you're like, I'm trying to look cute and I need this to stay on my face. This is how I do my base routine. So if you want to see how I do it, then keep on watching. So I am prepped and primed, or I'm not primed, I'm prepped. I have skincare on, that's it. Makeup does a little bit better on freshly prepped skin. Not that I'm freshly prepped, but that's the point, okay? So I have skincare on from this morning. But anyways, put your skincare on. Followed by Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I just have an itty bitty one here. This primer is gonna make your makeup waterproof, basically. So if you have a foundation that you already like and you're like, yeah, like it's great, but when I need it to stay on, sometimes it does not. Pair it with this primer and it'll keep it on from water, from sweat, from oil, whatever. It's not the best at pore minimizing, so if that's like a thing you really need, use a pore minimizing primer where you need it first and then follow with this. Or if you need something more hydrating, put your hydrating primer on first and then this. The point is, use this as your last primer if you're gonna multi-prime. So my baby one here just has like a spatula and I'm the only one who uses it, so I'm just gonna kind of slap it all over my face as such. You guys know I love this primer. I've definitely talked about it on my channel before. It really does help keep your makeup on your face instead of not on your face. So waterproof, I think more so transfer resistant and not transfer proof, but sweat proof. So just pop this on. This is definitely my special occasion primer. Because for a special occasion, I need my makeup to stay on. Next for foundation, the Cover FX Power Play. I have talked about this before on my channel. It's been in a favorites video, I think, already. I freaking love this foundation. This foundation is life-proof. It's not going to go anywhere. It is waterproof, it is sweat-proof, it is oil-proof, it's everything proof, basically. So this is fantastic for when you need your face to stay on your face. I don't think your method of application makes any difference as to whether or not your makeup is going to stay any longer. So apply however you would like. Lately I've been using this brush. This is a newer brush from Sephora. I think it's 88. Yeah, number 88 Pro Slanted Buffing Brush. As you can see, I'm not buffing with it, but you can definitely buff with this brush. It's just a really dense, slanted foundation brush. So I am just pressing this all into my skin. I like to press rather than buff because I'm still pushing the product into the skin, but I'm not losing as much coverage as I would if I were to like buff it in. And I have this in the shade N40 for anyone wondering. So there's the foundation. If you don't want to go out and buy another foundation and you like whatever foundations you have, fine. Like I said, pair it with the primer. The travel size primer, I think that's a sample. This is a sample that I have, I think. But the travel size primer of this is like 19 and you only need like a pump for your whole face. If you don't want to buy a whole nother foundation. Otherwise, any foundation that is on the more matte side is going to last longer. So anything that's more dewy or luminous is not going to last as long, simply because it doesn't have the same kind of dry down as a matte foundation does. So there's something to consider also when you're trying to like pair things together when you need your base to stay on your face. You want to lean more towards the matte side. This foundation has a really soft matte finish. They call it a modern matte. Modern matte, soft matte, they all mean satin to me, so they're kind of matte, but they're not flat matte. They're more so how skin would naturally look. That's how I like to describe more of a modern or soft matte. They're satins. They're skin-like finishes. So there's that. For concealer, again, I'm going to use something that is more on the matte side. I'm going to use the Soft Matte Complete Concealer from NARS. A regular liquid concealer is fine as long as you're setting it properly, which we will get to in a second. Let me put concealer on first. I like to just paint it on with a little concealer brush just so I can kind of have it like spread evenly everywhere. You can of course use your finger for a pot kind of concealer. The warmth of your finger will help melt the product into the skin a little bit better. I just don't like using my hands for anything. I don't like being dirty. Like, I don't like my hands being dirty. Like, I'm secretly in the wrong profession doing makeup because I don't like my hands to be dirty. But, you know, whatever. I still do it anyways. But if you don't mind using your fingers or your hands, definitely do that with your concealer, especially if it's in a pot, just because it'll sink into the skin better because the warmth of your hands is going to warm up the concealer and really, like, press it into the skin. Otherwise, you can do what I'm doing and just use like a beauty blender. And you want to press rather than swipe, because when you swipe, you're just moving the product. When you press it, you're pushing it into the skin, which will help it last longer because it's not just sitting on top. And you're not going to lose as much coverage. So press it in. Moving on to powder, I'm using the Mercier powder. Again, a more matte powder. It's going to help everything stay on a little bit better. If you're someone who needs some kind of luminescence in your life, use a matte powder in hot spots, so like under your eyes and through the center of your face, especially if you're oily, and then you could use like, say, the Mercier Candle Glow or something like that for the rest of your face to set it, if you so please. I'm just going to use the Mercier powder. I'm setting under my eyes with this, I don't even know, is this called a setting brush? Oh, I don't know, the name is ripped off from Real Techniques. I don't believe in baking, okay? I know that everybody's like, oh, baking, like, set your makeup better, creaseless, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in baking. You're just putting more powder on your face than is necessary, and like, oh, but you dust away the excess. Okay, yeah, but you still have way more powder than is necessary just kind of sitting on your face, and it's really not doing anything to help you except make you drier, and nobody wants to be dry, okay? I don't even think oily people want to be dry. Nobody wants to be dry. So I don't believe in baking. I think it's just a waste of product, and it doesn't look right. I've seen people who have obviously baked like in real life, and they just look dry and like crepey almost. I just don't bake, please don't. And then I'm going to take a powder brush and do the rest of my face. So I kind of pick up a lot and I just press it around. Again, pressing, we want to push it into the skin. We don't want to move anything that we've already put down by like buffing. So just push it. That's like a thing with makeup, especially your base products. You want to push it into the skin so that it stays rather than sitting on top of the skin. Because if it's sitting on top, it's just asking to be rubbed off. You want to push it in. So that is that for the base. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and then come back to you with like the last step to really lock this all in. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup. My hair's an absolute mess in these last few videos, I'm sorry. I finished the rest of my makeup. So now the finishing step is setting spray. Urban Decay All Nighter is a fantastic one. However, lately I have been loving the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray. This is a new one from them. This is 24-hour wear, or 24-hour hold, I guess. 24 hours, that's all that matters. I did get this from Cover FX, which is why my name is on it. So thank you, Cover FX and Jen. But either way, this is fantastic. 24-hour hold. The only other one that's 24-hour hold is the Locket from Kat Von D. However, this has alcohol in it, so if you're dry or sensitive, that is not a good one for you. The Cover FX one does not have alcohol. None of their setting sprays have alcohol. So 24 hours, alcohol free, what more could you ask for? All Nighter is still a great one. And if you love all-nighter, then go for it. This one is just the one I've been liking lately. So I'm going to spray this on the face. Not that I'm going anywhere, but whatever. Turn this way so I don't spray the cat who is sleeping behind me on the bed. Beautiful. So now I'm all set. Here's a tip with setting spray. You don't have to drench your face. Please don't drench your face with your setting spray. I don't understand why people feel the need to drench their entire face with their setting spray. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Just do a light, even mist all over, and you're good to go. That's it. Just a mist. You don't have to be wet. But yeah, I love this setting spray. So that is that for this video. That is how I do my super Longwear foundation routine for when I need it to be on and stay on and not go anywhere. So that's how I do that. I hope this helped you somehow, at least a little bit. But yes. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!